What is going on, YouTube world? You're watching Yack with Jack. That's me, Jack Madrox. And the 2017 WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view has just concluded. Okay, so notice I got a David Letterman thing going on here. But anyways, I got about 3 pages worth of notes here. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Alright, yes. Okay, so, alright. So, one of the first matches was this, 1-on-2 handicap match between Apollo Crews, Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler. Okay, so, alright, so, while Kalisto was making his entrance, Dolph Ziggler comes up from behind him and, attacks him during his entrance and, throws him up against the, LED board, and, actually, fucks up the lighting on the nose. So, Kalisto is taken to the back while Apollo Crews is in the ring. Okay. So, then while you're watching that match, you're thinking, well, it kind of looks like this match is going to be a singles match after all between Dolph Ziggler and Apollo Crews. There really wasn't anything spectacular about the match, not really, until the end of it, where Kalisto comes limping back into the ring. Okay? Well, and that's, I didn't like that. I didn't care for that at all. Why have Kalisto come into this match at all? I mean, this is a perfect opportunity for Apollo Crews to finally, rise up out of obscurity, finally, because everyone's always talking about, how he's always been lost in the shuffle, and he's not being used properly or whatever. Well, what better way to do that than to have him go over Dolph Ziggler? I mean, granted, going over Dolph Ziggler nowadays isn't exactly a huge feat, considering that the guy loses constantly and the guy's credibility is just zilch. But, but still, it would have helped Apollo Crews even in the littlest bit. But whatever, they didn't do that. What did happen was that Kalisto came back in the ring, and suddenly it became the 1-on-2 handicap match. And they beat Ziggler. As soon as it was 2-on-1, they beat Ziggler. Whoop-de-frickin-do. Okay. But what was really kind of disturbing, at least to me, was after the match. It's nothing new that Ziggler is going to throw a tantrum every time he loses a match now. It's just kind of a given now. So after he loses a match, he trips Kalisto on the apron, knocks him out, whatever, and he starts going after Apollo Crews with a steel chair. And so he puts the steel, he locks his ankle in the steel chair and then he stomps on it. Ziggler does that to Apollo Crews. Wow, I almost said it too. Apollo Crews. Okay, let me get that. It would really help if his name wasn't so close to Apollo Creed. I mean, holy shit. I see why Daniel Bryan made that mistake. Because it sounds so freaking close, you know? Apollo Crews, Apollo Creed. It's easy to make that mistake. Oh my god, that should not be his name. But anyways, we're getting way off topic here. Okay. So anyways, after Dolph puts the chair on Apollo Crews' ankle and stomps on it, he goes back and he does it again. Okay? What really got to me was, at the end of the match, after Dolph Ziggler did that, the crowd starts chanting, "Thank you, Ziggler. Thank you, Ziggler." It's like, what the fuck are you cheering about? Man, he just fucking crushed Apollo Crews' fucking leg, and you're fucking cheering it? Wow. You know, it's like these fucking people, man. Just fucking savages, man. I was just like, I was baffled at that. I was like, why are you fucking cheering that? Like, ugh, I just don't get other wrestling fans, okay? I really don't. I don't get other wrestling fans. Some of y'all just fucking bewilder me, okay? Now, why would you cheer that? What has Apollo Crews done to deserve that? Huh? What has he done to deserve that? Has he? What reason has he given you to hate him? You should be hating on Dolph Ziggler. He's the big crybaby who keeps losing every single match he's in, and now all of a sudden he turns heel and throws a baby fit tantrum every time he loses. You're gonna cheer that? Okay, whatever. Cheer him. I don't care. All right. Let's see. Becky Lynch and Mickie James had a match tonight. It was really unimpressive. I just there was nothing really good about that match. It felt really dull, you know. I just don't really have much to say about it. Becky Lynch won, you know. It wasn't very good, you know. Typical. Now, there was, you know, that whole clusterfuck of a tag team title match. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be like a tag team turmoil match or something. I don't know. But the tag team titles were on the line. Yeah, and, you know, American Alpha retained. You know, it just... you know, but, you know, the Ascension came in very strong. Okay, they came in very strong. Okay, and I was kind of getting the feeling that, hey, whoa, you know, maybe tonight is the Ascension's night, you know. You know, WWE isn't really paying much attention to those signs that you're seeing out in the crowd, you know, I've seen this sign that looks almost identical. I've seen several people with those signs. It says, repackage the Ascension, you know, and it has a picture of Victor and Connor on it. I've seen it at a few shows now, and it was there tonight in Phoenix, Arizona at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. It was there. Another person with almost that exact same identical sign. It was like, you know, I'm not really feeling American Alpha. I just don't, you know. You know, I'm not really big into the Ascension either, but, you know, I mean, if WWE was smart, you know, they would look, you know, what their fans are saying and say, like, hey, we like these guys. Could you, like, do something else with them besides make them look like complete fucking goons, you know? Okay, what we got? Oh, okay. Now, Nikki Bella versus Natalya. Now, these ladies put on a hell of a show tonight, okay? That was one badass match. You know, applause to Nikki Bella and Natalya. I really enjoyed that match. It was really good. Okay, yeah, Natalya was getting some heat. You know, she was telling by being just utterly annoying through the whole match. she must have said shut up like 10 or 15 times to the crowd, and she keeps going like this to Nikki, you know, and she was just legit annoying. Okay, she was just annoying as piss. Okay, and as she, and it was great. It made me hate her. She was doing a very good job at being a heel tonight, and the match was good. However, it ended in a double countout. Typical. But, it also means that this feud between Nikki Bella and Natalya is not yet over. There are speculations. Well, obviously this feud is going to continue into WrestleMania 33. But there are rumors, something about John Cena possibly proposing to Nikki Bella at WrestleMania 33 or something. I guess that she's going to win the match against Natalya, and then John's going to come out and surprise her and propose to her in front of everybody, and she's going to say yes, and what a beautiful WrestleMania moment. Whatever. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Natalya and Nikki Bella go at it again. They did a good job. Great job, ladies. That was 5-star match. I didn't like how it ended, but I get why it ended that way, because we want this to continue in the WrestleMania. I get it. All right. A few pages of notes here. Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, we got Luke Harper versus Randy Orton. Now, while they were making their entrances and whatever or not, I was just saying to myself, I know Randy Orton is going to win this match because he has to look strong going into the main event at WrestleMania 33. So, even though I kind of predicted the outcome on that one, it was still a good match, I thought Luke Harper looked really strong. Okay, he really did. I thought he actually looked like a legit wrestler. All the while, he's always in Bray's shadow. And for once, he held his own. And he looked good doing it. I can really dig it. Okay, it was a good match, even though Randy Orton won. He still looked good. So, but, I already knew what the outcome was going to be anyway. So, Okay. A big surprise tonight. Naomi versus Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Now, this match wasn't the greatest. Okay, it was all right, it was a little botchy, there was a few mistakes here and there, but it wasn't as good as Nikki Bella versus Natalya, but it was certainly better than Mickie James and Becky Lynch. And a big surprise tonight. I was for sure, that Naomi was just going to be a transitional opponent for Alexa Bliss. Boy, was I pleasantly proved wrong. Naomi frickin' beat Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Live Women's title tonight. And man, I didn't see that coming. I really thought she was just going to be a transitional opponent. But no, she wasn't. It was great, Naomi's finally champion, and we'll have to see what she's got, her wrestling ain't the greatest. I still think the coolest thing about her is her entrance. Her entrance is really something fun to watch, so. Okay, so anyways, hold on a minute. Okay. Main event. All right, so The main event was the Elimination Chamber match. Okay, for the WWE Heavyweight title. Okay, so I just wanted to start this off by saying, I don't, I guess in a way, I don't understand why Dean Ambrose was in this match to begin with. Okay, he was, he's the Intercontinental Champion. Why is he contending for the heavyweight title? I mean, if there's all this talk that WWE really wants to, they really want to elevate the Intercontinental title back to its former prestige, its former worth, so to speak, and to do that, I mean, the IC title has to stand alone, the IC champion, okay, needs, doesn't need to be contending for the heavyweight title. It needs to be in a match on its own, so, but in my opinion, Dean Ambrose should not be the Intercontinental Champion anyway. Okay, I'm a huge Dean Ambrose fan, okay? He's my favorite wrestler right now, okay? He's my guy. I love Dean, okay? But, he shouldn't be the Intercontinental Champion, okay? He's obviously a huge draw on SmackDown Live, okay? And, he's one of their top talents, he belongs in the main event scene, contending for the heavyweight title. But, with that Intercontinental Championship strapped around his waist, why, but, I can kind of understand to a point, though, because they don't really have a lot of main event power on SmackDown Live. I mean, everybody who was, full of star power or whatever, the most liked wrestlers on SmackDown Live were in this match. So, I can understand that, okay? I can understand that. It's just, but, it isn't always the case, it isn't always the case. It's like, when John Cena had the United States title, and, I think he contended for the WWE Heavyweight title while he was while he had the U.S. title. So, I don't know. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with that, but you get what I'm saying. All right, so as a whole, the Elimination Chamber match was off the fucking hook. Okay, it was great. I really enjoyed it. They made a few changes to the chamber this time. The pods look different. The steel grates outside the ring, they're covered now with some sort of rubber padding now, which I can understand. It's probably just too much for wrestlers to handle, jumping around and falling on it and whatnot. But anyways, okay, so first elimination was made by Dean Ambrose, and he eliminated Baron Corbin. And this is how this happened. Miz was acting like a little bitch, as usual. He was the last one. His pod was the last one to get opened, and he was taking his sweet-ass time getting out of there, And then Corbin was just like this, just waiting for Miz to come out. And Dean Ambrose comes up behind Baron Corbin and rolls him up and gets the 1, 2, 3, and gets him eliminated. Okay, so Baron Corbin was not happy with that. So, as you can imagine, he didn't just walk out of the chamber without saying something or doing something to Dean Ambrose for rolling him up. Now, he literally went ape shit on Dean Ambrose. He threw him through a pod. He beat the crap out of him. What's the name of his finisher? The Wasteland? Something like that. He did his finisher on Dean. And then as soon as Corbin left the chamber, Miz rolls in like a little bitch and gets the 1, 2, 3 on Dean Ambrose. you know. I mean, you know, typical Miz style, you know. And then not long after that, the Miz gets eliminated by John Cena. And so then it comes down, let's see, it came down to the final three. It was John Cena, Bray Wyatt, and AJ Styles. Now, there was all sorts of speculation all over the internet or whatever that Bray Wyatt was going to win this thing. But I just simply didn't believe it. I was absolutely certain that they were going to do John Cena versus Randy Orton at the main event of WrestleMania 33. Well, no. Because Bray Wyatt eliminated John Cena. Yep. And that just left the final two, Bray Wyatt and AJ Styles. And, you know, they duked it out for a while. But eventually, when AJ Styles went for the phenomenal forearm, Bray caught him in midair, hit him with his sister Abigail. And 2, 3. Bray Wyatt is your new WWE World Champion. Oh, and I'm eating my fucking words. I'm eating my words now. Because when I reviewed the Royal Rumble in my past video, I kind of went on a little rant about how I said Bray Wyatt is done. You know? Well, I guess not. You know, how do I feel about Bray Wyatt, you know, winning the title tonight? I don't know. It feels kind of odd, I guess, you know. I mean, after everything he's lost, after all the failures and everything, he finally pulls it off. It's just, you know, I'm trying, you know, maybe it'll make sense at a later time, but, you know, right now I'm just not too sure how I feel about that. But, you know, congratulations to him. Nonetheless, you know, he's worked hard, you know. But, you know, as for me, I kind of lost interest in Bray Wyatt a long time ago. You know, I just thought they made way too many mistakes for him, with him, you know, creatively. And I just kind of feel like putting the World Heavyweight title on him isn't going to fix all those mistakes that you've made with him in the past. I mean, it just won't, you know, and the mistakes are still there, you know. And it doesn't, just because he's champion now doesn't necessarily mean anything, you know. But, you know, we'll have to see how that plays out anyway. And, but, you know, good news for the Intercontinental title. It does look like it's going to get its own match at WrestleMania 33. My boy, Dean Ambrose, it looks like Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose are going to start feuding. Because after that little freak out Corbin had on Ambrose, I mean, I can't imagine Dean just letting that slide. I don't think he's going to let that slide, you know, at all. And, yeah, you know, I do look forward to that. I think it'll be pretty cool. So, overall, Elimination Chamber 2017, I'll give it some serious thumbs up, all right? It was a good pay-per-view, okay? I mean, I see a lot of people bitching and stuff on the internet about pay-per-views here and there. But you know what? You know, I do it too. You know, I did it with the Royal Rumble. I wasn't really happy with it. But you know what? This pay-per-view was good. This was good. I really enjoyed it. You know, some unexpected wins. I did not expect Naomi to become the women's champion tonight. Congratulations, Naomi. I didn't expect Bray Wyatt to be champion tonight. That was damn sure. You know, and, yeah, it was just good pay-per-view. Really enjoyed it. Jack Madrox approved. So, anyways, that'll about do it for this episode of Yak Yak with Jack. And as always, stay spooky. I'm out this bitch.